Welcome back, everybody, to a live stream. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I am Gerald, and I'm a Star Wars fanatic, and you can be a Star Wars fanatic too. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button. And let me grab my little device here. When you do hit that subscribe button, you are entering yourself in for a chance to win this. A Sideshow Collectibles Remnant Stormtrooper. It was going to be the Winter Soldier, but being a Star Wars channel, the donor and I have both decided that a Stormtrooper would probably be better for a Star Wars channel than a Marvel character. I do love the Marvel characters, and I am a fan of the Marvel universe, but this is a Star Wars channel, so hit the subscribe button, turn on all your notifications so you stay up to date on all my Star Wars content, and you are entering yourself in for a chance to win. Let me see if I can point right. This guy, this Remnant Stormtrooper. Hey, DR, good to see you. Robin, Knut, Bonnie, Sydney, and let's see, I know I got other people in here. Patrick, Frank, Dual MP5, and let's see if I missed anybody. Blaze Cap. Awesome, awesome. Good crowd here. We got 14 people watching right now. And I got this nifty new device, and I'm going to be trying some things out. This thing here. Move it over here so you can see it. This is called a loop deck. I love this thing. It's helped me out so much with my editing and stuff like that. It's made things a lot quicker. And you found cool Mandalorian and Bad Batch t-shirts. Awesome. I got a new Boba Fett t-shirt myself. So let me turn that thing off there. And I made you curious, huh? Well, good, good. I'm glad I made you curious. I hope it wasn't clickbaity. I don't like doing clickbait videos, even though a lot of these YouTube gurus that go around saying, this is what you need to do to grow your channel. This is what you need to do to get views. And all of them suggest clickbait titles and thumbnails. And me, I'm not into those. I like to present myself off my merit rather than off clickbait titles and such. But it's hard to make a thumbnail and a title without being a little clickbaity, because you can't put everything you want to say into a title and a thumbnail. You can only put a little snippet, so it's hard. Hey, thanks, Knut. I appreciate that. I have not been watching Moon Knight. I plan on starting that tonight, Blaze Cap. Barnes & Noble yesterday I found... Yeah, it's not a bad book. I will be talking about it. I got it right here, actually. It's more of a self-help book for, bounty hunters and such in the Star Wars galaxy. But for me, it's more than that. It seems like it could pertain to everyday life and what we do around here and everything. Whew. Man, I'm getting a little winded here. Haha. So yeah, it has been quite a journey, Blaze Cap. This channel is doing better than I had expected. Sometimes my impatience gets the best of me, and oh, you're talking about Moon Knight. Has Poe in it? Yeah, I know, that's awesome. And funny thing is that I saw Oscar Isaacs in another movie. It was probably his first movie. I didn't realize he was in it, but he was in the Russell Crowe version of Robin Hood. He played Prince John, or King John, however you want to say it. And that was quite a surprise. And my hat's all disheveled, man. I am a mess this morning. I haven't trimmed my beard in a while. I need to do that. With my work going the way it is, I don't have much time for everything I want to do. I've wanted to do more live streams and such, but I haven't been able to. But look, you can see where my buckle was, right on my hat, right on my head there. That's neat. One thing, Boba is not a good father. That's probably true. Everything can pertain to everyday life. You just got to be smart enough to be. Exactly. And that's what it is. That's one thing I like about Star Wars so much, is that it can pertain to everyday life. It can pertain to everything that we go through in our own trials and tribulations and happinesses. And good morning, Indiana. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining. And I do appreciate your comments that you do put out. I read all of them. It just takes me a minute to get to some of them. Like I said, due to my work schedule being what it is, they've put out a new cell phone policy. We're not allowed to have our cell phones out on the factory floor anymore. So when I go to my office is when I usually get to check on them. Yeah, so a lot of big things have been happening. If you've noticed, my videos have been coming out a little differently than they used to. It used to be I'd just release it when I got the video finished. Set up a sort of time frame for it to release, and we could chat along those lines. But now I'm trying to structure it a little bit more. I'm releasing them at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, due to that getting the highest amount of views. And I know we started this channel so we could just grow together, and it wasn't so much about getting the views and making money and all that, but at the same time it's very costly and very time consuming for me to make the videos. So I am trying to get my message out there, not just trying to make money off of it, but trying to get my message out there. Martin Luther King Jr., he made a little bit of money while he was doing his little thing, but he was also giving a message to the world, and that message was amazing, and he deserved every bit of praise for his message. So I'm not saying I'm along the lines of Martin Luther King Jr. by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not. I'm just a Star Wars guy who likes to talk about Star Wars. But I still want to get my message out to as many people as I can. Whether that be a stupid message or a stupid theory that I know will never come into play, as in the Qui-Gon should have trained Anakin or should not have trained Anakin. Whatever side of the fence you stand on that theory, it doesn't really matter, because it didn't happen. And it's not going to happen. A lot of people got upset with me because I said Obi-Wan was probably the best choice to train Anakin. And that being one thing I forgot to mention in that video is that the Force works in mysterious ways. The will of the Force is what dictates the future of Star Wars in their galaxy. And Obi-Wan was willed to train Anakin. Oh, you'll help spread the word. I appreciate that, Blaze Cap. Thanks. And I appreciate you all being here. I do. I really do. I love my viewers. I love what you guys do and contribute to this. That's why I try to give something back to everybody I can. I can't give to everybody, but I can do these little contests and stuff such as that. You know, that's at 25,000 subscribers. We'll be giving that away. And Knut the Nerd was the winner of the last one, the Spider-Man giveaway, and he got that. And thank you, Colin. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, the t-shirt's new. I got it off Amazon, and they have plenty of them. So if anybody wants one, go get you an Amazon Boba Fett t-shirt. I love this thing. I like the retro look to it and everything. I have been doing a lot of work when I can on weekends to my custom Mandalorian armor, which is another thing I talked about in the description. I've posted pictures of it in the community, and I'm really proud of it. And I'm really happy that my dude Josh has really hooked me up a lot with a lot of tutorials on how to paint and do different weathering and trim some of the plastics off and all that. So yeah, it's been awesome. I'm loving doing it. It doesn't feel like work. It just feels like fun. So I can't wait to get this done. And one thing my wife and I decided, and of course I talked to her about everything I want to do because, you know, she's my other half, the better half of me, honestly. And what we're going to do is when my Mandalorian armor is done, and after I go to this Cincinnati comic book expo wearing the armor in September, when this channel gets big enough, I want to give back to the community. I want to give back to something that is really dear to me, and that's children, and especially children who are not in the best of health that we are. It really touches me that bad things happen to kids, and I just want to give as much as I can to that. So once this channel gets big, if it ever gets big, I don't know if it will or not, but if it does get big, I'm going to donate a portion of my proceeds to different charitable organizations dealing with children's cancer, children's homelessness, and I'll be dressing up in my Mandalorian armor and going to visit different children hospitals and different children organizations and making appearances and just trying to give what I can. Yeah, so it's been this channel isn't just about me making money or getting views or anything like that. It's about giving something to somebody less fortunate and in a dire need of that assistance, because it really burns me up when things happen to kids. Bonnie can tell you, she's my mother, if anybody didn't know. Bonnie Hupker on here is my mother. And she knows how I feel about kids. She knows what I've been through when it comes to different trauma I've been through with kids and stuff. And it's been a long journey. And that's probably going to be part of my story time today. Yes, like I said, I did make an announcement a while back that you guys are going to be getting a different Star Wars fanatic from here out. And it's a more passionate and more regimented Star Wars fanatic. You're getting more of me. You're getting more of who I am. These live streams aren't just about talking about Star Wars. They're about talking about anything under the sun, really, but rounding it out to be about Star Wars. Hey, Mando, good to see you, and thank you. I appreciate it. I don't do it for recognition or credit or anything. I'm really telling you guys this because I want you to know that I'm not doing this just for me, that there's something bigger that I have in mind that I really want to. I feel like it's being burdened on me, not burdened, but it's weighing heavy on me to do something for these kids. well, thank you, Mando. I appreciate that. But if you guys didn't see the community post, I'll go ahead and pull it out now. The helmet. So, let me get rid of this stormtrooper thingy. This is the helmet I have been working on. If you can't see it up close, there we go. And I've been doing some weathering. This used to be a Ruby's Deluxe Boba Fett helmet. And I had repainted it as a post-Sarlacc helmet, but now I have repainted it yet again. And you can see I did add some, see if I can, this mirror thing really gets me. Added some vent holes in here, and I'm going to be adding a little bit more onto it, like cutting out these little square things here. I've put some dirt and weathering, and I still need to connect the rangefinder, and that's still in the gluing process part of it right now. Hey, thank you, Mando. I appreciate it. And Blaze Cap. Yeah, I try to keep it positive, and that's another thing I really didn't want to keep mentioning all the time. I did mention it there for a while, is that I try to be a positive influence on Star Wars fans and a positive message for Star Wars fans, and I don't want to keep reiterating that. I'll just show you rather than tell you. It makes more sense to me, because when I talk about it and I say I'm trying to be more positive, like few of the other Star Wars channels, then it makes me out to be negative by bringing up positivity. It makes me a little dramatic and kind of crazy. So that's the helmet. And I also did some painting and work on the back piece yesterday. I like it. It's going to have a yellow stripe going down this side here. Also on the right side of the armor, it'll be getting a yellow stripe. Hey, thank you, Sandra. I appreciate that. Oh, that's awesome, Mando. That's awesome. If you want to email me a picture of it, I'll put it up on my community page. And I'll give you full credit for it. Give you a shout out for your Mando helmet. Yeah, the Ruby's helmets aren't bad. They're just not perfect for a Boba Fett helmet. There's some things wrong with it. They're minor things, but still, that'll keep you out of cosplaying as Boba Fett with that helmet. Born with spina bifida. Star Wars has been with me while fighting for my life in a hospital bed. I'm sorry to hear that, Patrick. That is horrible. I really feel for anybody going through any kind of medical mishaps. It's horrible. I don't see why our bodies don't make it 130 years like they're supposed to. So, with that said, what I want to do is do a little bit of Yeah. Yeah, you guys get that nice little message there. Story time with Star Wars Fanatic. And this does not pertain to Star Wars, but it does pertain to this channel and why I am so adamant about wanting to help children. Why I feel like that I need I need to do that. All right, so Bonnie knows this story. She was quite involved with listening to me about it. And what happened was in 1999, back when VHS was a big thing and video rentals were a big thing at different places like Blockbuster. I was going out. It was in January, and it was a warm night. It was really warm for January around here. It was probably in the 60s, and I was returning a video. But before I returned the video, I had to stop at the gas station to fill up my car because the next day I had to travel to work, and I just wanted to get it all done in one shot instead of having to stop before work. So I stopped at the gas station at a pump that's really close to the road, and this road is a busy highway. This stretch of road, the speed limit's 55, but people regularly do 65 miles an hour or 70 miles an hour. And I noticed some kids coming out of the store where the gas station is and walked toward the road, and it alarmed me. I mean, the oldest was about 13, the youngest was 4 years old, and they prepared to cross the road. Somebody yelled to them, "Hey, you need a ride?" And they just said, "No, we got this." And I'm pumping my gas and watching it. And I mean, they're no more than maybe 10, 15 yards away from me. It's about, I don't know, 30 feet from me. So it's not very far. And they cross the road and they stop in the middle, in the median, in the turning lane. And next thing I know, the 4-year-old girl went sliding across the road. She had been struck by a car, and yeah, I'm sorry. I thought this was going to be easier. And when we all made it over to her, she was gone. All we could do was have them call the paramedics. So, yeah. That's why, that's the biggest reason I want to give back to children, because every night it gets better, but still there's times when it's warm in January and I'll drive by that stretch of highway and it just flashes all back to me. It hit me pretty hard. It caused a lot of trauma and PTSD in my life, and the family of that little girl, her name was Rose. And she was only 4 years old. When I did, after a couple hours of being there, talking with police and paramedics, I did finally return the movie to the Blockbuster or whatever video place I rented it from. And I went straight home, and my daughter, my oldest daughter, who's in her 20s now, she was 2 years old at the time, and I just picked her up and I held her and just cried. And my wife at the time asked me what was wrong, and I just motioned to turn on the TV and turned it on, and it was all right there on the TV too. So yeah, so maybe this wasn't the best story to tell during story time with Star Wars Fanatic, but I just wanted to get that out there so you all knew why I want to give back, why it's so important to me to see that somebody does care about, these different things. And thank you all. I appreciate the kind words from all of you. It's been rough. And that's not counting being a parent, the countless times I've saved my kids' lives, even. My oldest son, when he was about 5, he was sitting on a picnic table and he went to turn around to get off. I was about 10 feet away from him. He fell face forward, and somehow I made it over to him and caught him just before he hit his face on the ground. So there's that. My younger son, who you all know as Edits, if you've ever seen him in our live streams. And thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. And good to see you. Thanks for joining. One time we were getting ready to leave the house and I couldn't find him. And finally I found him, and he was sitting, dangling from a mini blind cord that was wrapped around his neck. And I hurried up, jerked him up, and ripped the cord off of him. And he was okay, luckily, but it could have been a lot worse. My younger daughter, who's getting ready to turn 18, when she was about 2, she fell in a pool, and I jumped in, grabbed her by the feet, pulled her straight out of the pool. So all of my kids have had some traumatic experience that could have ended very badly had I not been there. The same daughter I pulled out of the pool, I had to give Heimlich remover to, or Heimlich maneuver. Sorry, it's not the remover. You might as well call it a remover, but I had to give her the Heimlich when she was about the same age, 2 years old, because she swallowed a peppermint and it got stuck in her throat and she couldn't breathe. She started to turn purple, and I just calmly went over, grabbed her, and popped it out, and she was fine. So, yeah, I'm sorry for bringing everybody down. That was horrible. That was probably a bad judgment call on my part, and I do need a drink of my coffee. But yeah, let's grow this channel so I can give back to kids. Give to the little people that don't deserve what they're going through. Nobody deserves that kind of stuff, adults or kids, but kids are so helpless, and the only way we can help them out is by giving back to them. I posted a video of a young man who loves Star Wars, who has this huge collection, but I forget what it is, but it's something that paralyzed him, and people for free went out and built him a new bathtub with a crane system and everything to help him get in and out of the bath. And he's just a strong guy. He's a strong little 13-year-old man, and he didn't deserve what he got. Yeah, sadly we can't change the past, Sandra. I wish I could. I wish I could go back to that night and just stop those kids from going, have them call their parents to come over and get them or something. But when you're in the moment, you don't really think bad is going to happen in front of you. You don't think bad's going to happen. You think, these people have done this 100 times. They must know what they're doing. So let's get back to Star Wars. And the next segment of the show that I like to call Be More Boba Fett. And yes, I'm going to read a little bit straight from this book, just one page. And if you haven't seen this book, then I'll just give you a little intro to it. Basically, it's just little blurbs that help you out with becoming a bounty hunter is what it's meant for, but subliminally, it's really out to help us with our everyday lives. And on this page, I'll do the first page, it's Find Your Path. And it's got a picture of little Boba holding Jango's helmet. And it says, one's path is not always clear. Choosing it is a big part of learning who you are and what you want to be. With dedication and focus, you can become that person. But it's going to take hard work. Be ready and willing to start at the bottom, to learn, and to take on every task with full commitment. All of it will build your experience and will one day make you a sought-after hire. Now, that can go for everyday life. It can make you a sought-after anything, anything you aspire to be. If you're not looking to be a bounty hunter, you could be sought after as the best graphic designer, the best nurse, the best doctor, the best lawyer, the best guy that sits in front of a camera and talks about Star Wars. Yeah, the book is good. I haven't read all of it because it's not meant to be ingested all at once. It's meant to almost like a daily reminder type thing, a daily self-help type book. And I think it would be awesome if I put some of these to use in my own personal life. And that's what I've started doing. Not only do I approach Star Wars with a positive attitude. I approach my job with a positive attitude. Every day when I go in, I say, this day's going to be better. It's going to be a better day. It's going to be a good day. And the people there are great. I love the people I work with. And the people that work for me, they're awesome. I think it's more of a little coffee table book. It could also be probably a teenage novel or something. Any father-daughter advice? Well, Blaze Cap, let me see. I'm sure there's some father-son advice in here for Jango to Boba. I don't know. I'll have to check it out a little bit more. I'm sure there's something. But now, on my desk, I also keep this little guy with me. I shouldn't hold him in front of my face. But I found him on Amazon. He was on sale, and I was like, hell yeah, I'll get that guy. He's awesome. I've got like 5 or 6 different Boba Fett Funko Pops. And thank you, Sydney. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate everybody's positive words on this. That tragedy. It was horrible for the family. And come to find out that one of my aunts knew the family that the little girl belonged to. And they asked me some questions. And I told them what I knew. The person that hit the little girl didn't stop. They kept going. And I didn't have time to get in my car and take off after them because the road was blocked. Huh. Oh, you're going to Star Wars Celebration? That's awesome. That's awesome. That's my dream one day to make it to the Star Wars Celebration. It probably won't be until after I retire from work, I'm sure. If we get this channel going quick enough, maybe I can retire from work a little sooner. That's just a little funny thought. Let's see what else I got on here. Once again, let me remind you of the Stormtrooper. That one, if you guys weren't here for the beginning, I am giving away at 25,000 subscribers. Our guy, Marcus Aponte, is donating that, and he sends it directly to you. It doesn't come to me. It goes to you. So, yeah, once I hit 25,000 subscribers, one of you is going to win that. And Knut the Nerd won the last one of a Spider-Man 2099 figure from Sideshow, and I'm glad he got it. Knut, you deserved it. And take that away again. Ha! So, whew. Is this one not working anymore? There we go. Yeah, so it's been a rough time for me the last couple months because of my work schedule. I don't get off work until about 5:30, so I get up about 3:30 a.m. to make videos. So by the time I get home, I'm exhausted and I'm just ready to collapse. And let's see. Yeah, I'm really jealous. I'd love to go to Star Wars Celebration. I mean, I hear there's going to be a lot of fantastic panels there, and hopefully we get some good releases announced out of it. Yeah, Mando with a plan. Anything you want to send me via email, I can post them on my community timeline. And I don't mind. I'll do that for any of you, too. And if you haven't joined my Discord, go ahead and do that, too. It's been a little quiet lately, but it is. Let me see if I can figure out. It's just Star Wars Fanatic server. There's quite a few people in there already. I want to say like 9 or 10 people that have joined it. Yeah, ride the Rancor. Like a bantha. There you go, DR. Oh, let's see. I think I have something on here with that. Like a bantha. Yeah. So, so if you've noticed, my channel has changed a little bit. I don't just talk about Boba Fett and Mandalorians anymore. I do want to get back to that, but it's not imperative right now because the Boba Fett stuff, there isn't really anything new coming out. So it starts becoming repetitive when I start talking about Boba Fett again. And I don't want to be repetitive. I don't want to seem like I'm just making a video just to make a video. I want to have something to say. And once I get more information on Boba Fett or The Mandalorian, then I'll definitely have something to say. There is something that crossed my mind the other day about Boba Fett, but right now I'm on this Darth Maul and Obi-Wan Kenobi kick. I still have to make the second video for that, which I'll probably make tonight and let it out tomorrow. Discord. Let me see if I can. I don't even know. Guys, I am not technologically savvy, so let me see if there's any way for me to share this link in here. I don't know. If somebody could post the link to it, that would be awesome. Oh yeah, Jodo Cast. Love Jodo Cast. I really need to get back to finishing that fan fiction. It's over a year old and I haven't touched it since. Oh, I haven't done an Alenville video. You're right. I wonder what's stopping me. Yeah, and that's what I am. I'm a Star Wars fanatic, not... I mean, I am a Mandalorian and Boba Fett fanatic, but the channel's called Star Wars Fanatic, and I like to post more about Star Wars. As you saw, I did a little stint where I was on the sequel trilogy. Now I'm on the prequel trilogy, and Rebels and Clone Wars, and doing more with that and getting more information out on that. And a lot of the stuff I post isn't so much factual, but where it stands in my mind as a fan of Star Wars, like the thoughts and feelings of different characters. We don't know the exact thoughts and feelings of them. I mean, it's hard to gather that from a movie unless you read the novelizations. Yeah, Jaster Muriel. And if you guys are new and you haven't checked them out, I have made a lot of fan fictions about Jaster Muriel and Jango Fett, Jodo Cast, Mace Windu even, and Boba Fett. And it's weird because a lot of those Boba Fett fan fictions I did wound up coming true in the book of Boba Fett. It's almost like somebody's watching my videos. I don't know, maybe. That'd be cool. I don't care about the credit for it, but either that or I'm just really good at guessing what's going to happen in a show. Hey, I appreciate that, Blaze Cap. Oh, good idea, Dawn. Like I said, I'm not the most technologically savvy in there. I mean, I can't even figure out how to post a link for the Discord in this chat. So, yeah, let me see. Let me see if I right-click something. Create category, create an event, hide mute channels, notifications, mute server, invite people, maybe? Oh, here we go. Copy. Paste. There we go. Maybe that'll work. Let's see if that works. What are my thoughts on the Mandalorians in the Old Republic games? I've always wondered why their armor looks so different. Well, I mean, their armor looks a lot different because it's, what, 2,000 years before the events that we see in the movies. Technology changes. Designs change, as we can see in our own militaries and our own societies, that cars don't look the same now that they did back in 1940. Yeah, so it's all aesthetic. The thing that got me with the aesthetics in Star Wars is how in the prequels everything looked so much better technologically than it did in the original trilogy. And I get that it's because our own technology grew and we said, oh, well, why don't we have that kind of technology in Star Wars? It makes sense in our own world, but in their world it doesn't really make sense that the technology was better during the prequels than it was in the original trilogy. 19 viewers. Thanks, Biggs. I appreciate that, Robin. You're a good guy. We got a new person? Did we? Oh, I do see a little notification on my Discord here. Who we got? Who we got? Who we welcoming to Discord? Setpada. Ah, awesome. Hello there. Drop down in the thumbnail. I can put the Discord link. Drop down in the thumbnail. There's a drop down in the thumbnail. See, y'all got me like crazy here. Yeah, I'd love to see the cosplayers. And my favorite cosplay of all of them and is the running of the hoods. If you guys don't know what that is, it's it's everybody dressed up like the guy from Empire Strikes Back that's carrying the ice cream maker running through Bespin, and they have like 100 people dressed like this guy carrying ice cream makers. And they even had a guy dressed as an ice cream maker carrying a doll of Wilro Hood. You're using big words on me, Indiana. I'm just a simple man making my way through the YouTube universe. So I'll have to look up what that word means. I did take English as a major in college, but I didn't get into dictionary stuff so much. It was more about novel writing and storytelling than the study of the English language. Ooh, we have a new Star Wars Fanatic member. Let's see how. Some of these names. Nuclear Reese. Good to see you. Thanks. And Sandra, thank you for joining. Awesome. Thank you all. Hey, looks like I lost another subscriber. Huh, it's going backwards. Next to the video title. What? Where? Let me... sorry, guys. I'm not the most technologically savvy, and I'm just trying to learn stuff, and you guys are teaching me a whole lot. But right now, nothing is showing up on my channel. Let's see. Drop down arrow next to the title. I don't see any drop down arrow. I'm so confused. Oh my god. Armando Merck's Discord thingy. Yeah, I didn't really understand the Discord either. Edits, my son, he talked me into starting one, and a couple other people on here, and I want to try it out. I think I can make exclusive videos for, or do live streams and stuff for Discord, and I'd like to do that sometime. I'm also planning on doing more stuff for the members here. So if you're not a member of the channel, hit that join button and become a member and see exclusive content. I need to get back to doing the shout outs for all of you, which I will do shortly. Yeah, my channel's evolving backwards. Through the algorithm. Let's see. There are a lot of comments here. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep up with them. Better than your grandpa. Yeah, what I see is definitely different what you guys see. So maybe I can put the link in the description of the video. Let me see here. Let me try this. Join Discord. Let's see if that works. Save. It didn't save it. That is weird. That is so weird. Yeah, it wouldn't even save it. It wouldn't even save it in the description. So maybe they don't like Discord links in YouTube. Oops. Yeah, I'll definitely will. And if anybody wants to jump on Discord at any point of time, I have it on my phone. So if you guys want to give me little pointers on things I can do with it, I had to have edits actually set it up for me because I was like, I don't feel like I'm smart enough to do that. So yeah, if you guys want to give me little pointers on it, that'd be great. And, I mean, it's all about growing, right? Yeah, I need to post. I think I have my Patreon linked in my banner on my channel, but I don't think it goes right to it. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, I could do that, Patrick. That's another way of doing things, I guess. Let's go to here. Here. Oh, no. I don't need to go there and there. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry. You're not getting a whole lot of real meat and potatoes out of me this morning, so I just really wanted to get a live stream out here and have a chat with you guys to see what's going on. Let me see if this works. Join my Discord. I'm not going to say please. Y'all know I mean it. Post. Hey, look at that. It looks like it worked. Let's see. Only blue cheese, Mando. All right, it's in my community tab now. It's the cheese. So yeah, whole new aesthetic to the channel, a whole new way of organizing things. I even got a planner. It's not down here with me. I left it upstairs. But to give you guys an idea of how behind I am on everything because of how late I'm working, I have, let me pull these out here real quick. These minis, comics I haven't read yet. I still have to read those. I'm also reading the High Republic Rising Star, I think it is. I think that's the novel. I don't know. But I also have a stack back there of comics I haven't read yet that I really need to get to. I'm not up on the whole Crimson Reign thing. I need to get back to that. And I've been doing a lot of Obi-Wan Kenobi stuff, getting prepared for the Kenobi series coming up. And I cannot wait for that series. The Kenobi series is going to be so amazing. You can just tell. Oh, thank you, Seppada. I really appreciate that. Congrats on being the first viewer to sing my screen name without hesitation. You're welcome. Did I pronounce it right? That's the real trick. But yeah, this Obi-Wan Kenobi series, there's going to be stuff that we don't see in the previews. There's going to be stuff that characters that they're not showing us right away. And I made a video about that, and I said maybe it's Cody that shows up. I mean, that's probably a given that Cody would show up in my eyes. But maybe it won't be. Maybe he won't show up. And I'm okay with that. I don't go in with these speculations thinking that the Star Wars story should run this way or run that way and me be upset if it doesn't. I don't get upset. Whatever they do, it just means it wasn't predictable. So I'm good with that. I have 2 Star Wars comics. One that shows Boba Fett fight Luke after the New Hope. Yep, I have that one. And Legends comics where Boba Fett falls in the Sarlacc again. Oh, nice. But a lot recommended to read Vader Down series. Yeah, the Vader Down comics are great. I think I've read every one of the Vader comics. But back to the Obi-Wan Kenobi stuff. The trailer, the teaser that we got, looks highly emotional. Yes, there's going to be action in it. Yes, it's going to feel like Star Wars. But I think this is going to have more emotion than what we're used to in Star Wars. And a lot of the videos I'm doing is about the emotion that's going to come with that, trying to prepare people. Like Anakin feeling like a failure, or Obi-Wan Kenobi feeling like a failure to Anakin Skywalker. And he did tell Obi-Wan when they left, I have failed you, Anakin. I have failed you. Now, we don't know the exact meaning of that. We can say that, he failed him as a mentor, or he failed him as a brother, or he failed to help him when he needed that help. And the video I made was just one blurb of that. It was just one little section. The how he may have failed Anakin as a brother and not talk to him more about his own experience with Satine related to Anakin's experience with Padme. how that could have helped Anakin. Now, Anakin's probably predisposed to being on the dark side. I'm not saying at all that Obi-Wan Kenobi is at fault for Anakin's fall. He was created from dark side magic. So, I mean, the chances of him not falling to the dark side were slim to none. And like Indiana Holmes had put in the comment section of one of my videos, that Anakin, wow, man, I hope I'm not getting dementia. I lose my train of thought really easy. As soon as I look at a comment, I lose all focus. yeah, I'm the guy you need to be listening to. But, yeah, I'll get back to that. Indiana Holmes, if you could just jot my memory a little bit, I'd appreciate that. Whew. Okay, no spoilers. I will not give any spoilers, Knut, but I will just, the only thing I'm going to say is that it does look highly emotional. That's not a spoiler. We could all probably figure that. Obi-Wan's got some regrets, I'm sure. And that's not shown in the trailer, but we've got less than a month now. We've got, 28 days left? Or 26 days left? And I will be doing a watch party for the first episode of the Kenobi series. Then roughly 20-30 minutes after that, I'll do a second watch party for the second episode of the Kenobi series. So I'll be doing 2 watch parties at roughly 3 a.m. my time. I don't know where you guys are, geologically or geographically to where I am. But I'm on Eastern time, so 3 a.m. So that's when the show drops. At 3 a.m. my time, it's 12 a.m. on the West Coast, and then, however you space it out with the GMT and all that. So, I would like all of you to join me for that, if you can. If that's too late at night for you, too early in the morning, then by all means, get your sleep. Star Wars isn't that important. This channel isn't that important, where you're risking your own health, your own safety, to watch videos and join in live chats. But if you can make it, I would appreciate it. That would be so great. The more people we have in there, the better. And I think around the Kenobi time, this channel should probably blow up a little bit. Just like it did during the Boba Fett series. Ooh, that would be good. Ooh, yeah. Good idea, Hydra Spanner. And Scholastic, good to see you. Too early for you, Blaze Cap? Yeah, I understand, man. You can catch the replay. Oh, thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's going to be fun. I did it with a couple episodes of the Book of Boba Fett, and it was fun. I think one of them I disappointed people because I had a less than savory reaction to Luke Skywalker showing up in his whole episode of the Book of Boba Fett. And I kind of regret that because, it does play into the story a little bit. I have my own personal feelings on why Luke Skywalker shouldn't have been in that much of the Book of Boba Fett, but it is what it is. It happened. I mean, we still got 5 episodes of Boba Fett, or 6, 5 or 6 episodes of Boba Fett himself, that we didn't have before. So I shouldn't have been complaining or disappointed. Yes, Anakin as the chosen one. Thank you, Indiana Holmes. I appreciate that. Yes, back to my train of thought. So Anakin was the chosen one. As far as I'm concerned, as far as Indiana Holmes is concerned, Anakin was the chosen one. He was predisposed to drop to the dark side because the balance in the Force was not there. I know George Lucas said balance in the Force means all of it being light side. Well, that's not how balance works. If you know anything about yin and yang, then you know that you need the light with the dark, and it needs to balance itself out. So when Darth Vader helped destroy the Jedi, it really left 2 prominent Jedi alive at that time, Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I know there were others like Ahsoka. She wasn't a Jedi at that time. She had stated that on numerous occasions. She's still a light side user, and it's still probably throws the balance off a little bit. But destroying 10,000 or 9,999 Jedi probably brought more balance to the Force, because Darth Vader and Palpatine were so strong in the Force that it brought that balance together. That's my own thoughts anyway. That light and dark need to be balanced, and that's what a lot of the sequel trilogy was about. Darkness rises, or yeah, darkness rises, and light comes up to meet it. That was the whole purpose of Rey, and that one line sums it up for me about Rey, about why Rey was so powerful, and it was all explained on there. Hey, Bobby, good to see you, buddy. I hope you're enjoying that T-shirt. And thank you, Borkle. I appreciate that. I got it off Amazon. He should have stayed on Mando. Yes, Patrick, thank you. Um, yeah, I, I agree. And oh, thank you, Patrick. I really appreciate that, man. You're awesome. You guys are awesome. I don't know how else to say it, but I mean, you guys are just amazing. Ray. I would say, Eric, you're probably right. She learned from a better swordsman than Obi-Wan Kenobi. She learned from Anakin himself. She I mean, look at it. Ahsoka was all the embodiment of the good that was Anakin. Um, she was every part good that Anakin was, and he taught her well. He was a good master. He was a good teacher to Ahsoka. He scorned her when she was wrong, when she did wrong things, like when she wouldn't pull out of a battle and kept going when Anakin told her to stop. Anakin wasn't all headstrong and go get it. He knew when to pull out, but she didn't do that, and he scorned her. So he was a good master. He was a good teacher. He taught her the right ways. The problem with Anakin was that the Jedi Council didn't even trust him, and I don't know why. Look at how much good he did during the Clone Wars. Mace Windu should have been kissing his feet and saying, "Okay, yeah, you're a master, dude. You got this. You've been leading these battles and winning almost every time. So, I mean, you've done your part for the Republic and the Jedi Order. Why can't you just be a master?" Yes, exactly. And I think she even exceeded expectations. I mean, look, she fought Maul once and captured him. Um, so, yeah. What do you think about the similarities between the Chosen One in Star Wars and the Messiah in Frank Herbert's Dune? I don't know a lot about Dune. I'm sorry. Um, I tried to watch the new Dune movie, but it just it didn't sit well with me, and I think it's because I had a little bit of trepidations for it because of the original Dune movie back in the 80s with Sting and the likes of them. I thought it was boring. And I'm not saying the new one was boring by any means, because what I saw of it was great. It was just late at night and I was tired and I fell asleep during it. And I haven't got back to watching it. So I don't know a lot about Dune. I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm just saying that I'm cautious with it. Yeah, you don't have to be a Jedi or Sith to use the Force. And that's also with the Bendu, the one in the middle. If you guys have seen Star Wars Rebels, if you haven't, go check it out. Watch Star Wars Rebels. If you get past season one, you're going to be amazed. Rebels is I'd say, to me, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this and they're going to hate me for it, but I liked Rebels more than the Clone Wars. And I love the Clone Wars. That's not saying I don't like the Clone Wars. I loved it. Just there were a lot of filler episodes in the Clone Wars. I mean, 2/3 of it you could probably skip and just get to the meat and potatoes of the story. But Rebels, everything had meaning. And the artistic style of Rebels was great to me because a lot of it was derived from Ralph McQuarrie's concept art. Darth Vader, the Stormtroopers, Zeb, he was a concept drawing for Chewbacca originally. There were so many. And the assassin droid that showed up on the Rebel base, that was the original concept for C-3PO. Chopper was an original concept for R2-D2. It just, to me, the art style was just so great. And I liked that they gave that tribute to Ralph McQuarrie. Mandalore arc on Rebels are very good. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing I like about Rebels is so much Mandalorian lore being added to the story and the Star Wars galaxy through Rebels. It was so great. Yes, and Rebels was much more compact and consistent. Thrawn. Enough said. That's right, Benton Fett. And good to see you. Thank you for joining. And Chopper, yes. I like Chopper. You know, even Dave Filoni voiced him, and I think it was just great. You could understand Chopper without the binary language translations. Or binary. It's not binary. Binary, I don't know. Binary language of moisture evaporators. I don't know. Remember Mortis, the father, son, and daughter. Could Ahsoka now be the mother? I did a video on that a while back, that she is the balance of the Mortis gods. I did that video. God. If you guys haven't watched some of my first videos, I'm going to say don't, but do. Because they were horrible. You can definitely see the progression in my channel from my first videos. But that was one of the first videos I did. And it was also a blog I did on my website. Which I'll be discontinuing here soon because I don't do much with my website anymore. But I did this whole thing of the father, son, and the daughter. And if I go to my stats on my website, that was probably one of the first blogs I did on that website. If I go in here. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I understand. Whatever. Oh, it didn't appear there. There. Okay, there it is. It got a view just 3 days ago. So that blog has had more views than any other blog I've made or any video I've made, really. And it just keeps getting views. People keep reading it. It'd be amazing to see some of the research the Jedi were doing on the origin and life's interaction with it. Although the midichlorians are controversial, it would be interesting and expanding. Yeah, I mean, midichlorians are a thing, if we agree with them or not. The midichlorians are a thing. They are part of canon. It just, so why not tell the full story of what midichlorians are? I don't want the George Lucas treatment that he was saying he was going to have for the sequels of more about midichlorians, but just something, just a little, not even a whole episode of a show, just mention it. Like in The Mandalorian, when they say M count, they could do some research into what midichlorians are and say, oh, we discovered it. This is what a midichlorian is. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm cool with that. As long as they don't do like a whole series on midichlorians. Hey, good to see you, Scholastic. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Chopper is R2-D2 on an angry bender. Yeah, Ralph McQuarrie's original artwork is amazing. If you've seen any videos or pictures of him doing the artwork, especially on like Bespin, you can see how meticulous he was and how big these paintings were. They were enormous and they looked realistic. I could never be the artist that Ralph McQuarrie was. And I try. I'm not going to reach all the way back there. Let's see. Just Peace over. Okay, I already got that one. Thrawn's my homie. Yeah, I still got to finish all the Thrawn novels. I finished 3 of them. I need to finish the prequels. All right, let's see. All right, Knut. Good to see you, buddy. And I do have to cut this off now. My wife is back from the grocery store. I want to see what kind of goodies she got and have some lunch with my wife because I love her and she's awesome. Thank you all for joining me so much. I really do appreciate this. The live streams won't be as frequent as they used to be. I won't be doing them every week due to time and stuff. My weekends are usually packed up with stuff to do. I had a giant tree fall in my yard. So the past few weekends I've been out there with a chainsaw trying to cut it up. And I'm actually making stuff from this tree. This tree isn't going to just get burned and thrown away. This tree is going to be repurposed and used. I'm going to make some benches for my fire pit out of this tree. So, yeah, I got to get back to that today at some point as well. But yeah, thank you all. And remember, when we talk about my theories, when I post videos about my theories, that's all they are. They're just theories. It's not saying this is the way it is. And people that get upset about my theories, to me, that's just silly. I don't get upset about other people's theories. I don't comment negative, rude comments saying, you're so wrong, you don't know characters. So what? It's a theory. It doesn't mean I don't know Star Wars as much as the next guy. It just means I'm posting something different from what everybody else posts, because I'm not going to keep recapping the same things everybody else is saying. To me, that's ignorant, and it's not very creative. I like to be creative. So it doesn't mean I necessarily believe 100% in my theories. It means that this is another plausible possibility. But thank you all. I really appreciate you all joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please, please, please go on and hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications. Leave a like, drop a comment. I do read all the comments, and I do try to answer as many as I can. I'm not that guy that says comment and then leaves you hanging. I do try to answer. It might be a day or two later, but I do try to answer them. Even the negative ones sometimes. Unless they're too rude, then I don't answer those. But thank you all for joining. And remember, this is the way, the only way.